Coming up tonight on 18 Eyewitness News.
St. Francis County continues to look into moving up to first-class status. Authorities are investigating a double stabbing in Park Hills. Plus, Wayne County prepares in case of a cash crunch. All of these stories and our sunny skies ahead.
News, sports, weather. This is 18 Eyewitness News.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fred Dawkins. Tonight's top story, St. Francis County is continuing the process to determine whether it should move to a first-class status. Now, the next step is a public meeting tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock in the Commission chambers with Ivan Schrader. Now, he's an attorney with the Missouri Association of Counties. Presiding County Commissioner Dr. David Cramp says by statute, the Commission should have passed a resolution moving the county to first-class status.
We never felt that was the correct thing to do. It would have been the easiest thing to do, but it certainly isn't what the right thing to do. So we decided that we'd set up a committee and have a broad range of people.
Now, the ad hoc committee is charged with looking at various aspects of a potential move to first-class status. Dr. David Cramp expects St. Francis County to move to first-class status at some point. The question for commissioners is whether now is the time.
Well, it's just a matter of whether or not you want to seek the prosperity that the Cape counties and the Boone counties and the Jefferson counties and the Cole counties and the Greene County where Springfield is, or whether you want or you're interested in just remaining where you are. But I found a long time ago that you're either going forward or you're going backward, and you'll never stay where you are.
Dr. Cramp expects commissioners will vote on that first-class status issue sometime in March. And now Dustin is here with a look at our first forecast on 18 Eyewitness News. Dustin?
Well, Fred, as we head into the evening hours, currently right now we have temperatures in the 40s, 44 right now in St. Louis as well as in Rolla, 45 here in Farmington, 47 in Fredericktown as well as in Van Buren, Ellington right now at 48, 49 in Poplar Bluff, and we also have a couple 50s over here at Marble Hill and Cape Girardeau. So your forecast for this evening, temperatures are going to be remaining in the 40s, 45 at 7 p.m. with some thunderstorms possible and some showers. 43 by 9 p.m. with showers and thunderstorms possible, and just showers by midnight with the temperature around 41. What's in store for the next couple of days? I'll give you all those details later on in weather.
The Park Hills Police Department is reporting a double stabbing between husband and wife on Valentine's Day. The 56-year-old husband and 36-year-old wife were involved in a domestic disturbance just before 8 o'clock last evening in the 100 block of East Main Street in Park Hills. Now, the man has a stab wound to his right thigh. The woman has multiple stab wounds to the abdomen. Both were airlifted to St. Louis area hospitals. Now, according to police, their investigation paperwork has been turned over to the St. Francis County Prosecutor's Office. Wayne County is prepared in case revenue lags behind spending. Wayne County Clerk Alan Lutz says the county has set up a revenue anticipation loan through a local bank for as much as $175,000. Now, Lutz characterizes the situation as a cash flow issue, those times when revenue comes in slower than when obligations have to be paid. He also points out that the county has not borrowed any money yet.
The headlines, came out that we were borrowing money this year. We have not borrowed that yet. We've just got the agreement set in place that we can when we need to, but we will not be borrowing anything as long as our cash flow holds up.
Lutz says the reduction in state and federal funds coming into the county has created the cash flow crunch for the last 2 years. He notes that although the county can borrow up to $175,000, it doesn't have to borrow the total amount. If the county has to borrow, it will pay 4% interest on the loan amount. And when we come back on 18 Eyewitness News, the new CEO of Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center looks forward to their new facility. That story is coming up only on 18 Eyewitness News. The new Chief Executive Officer of the Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center, Charles Stewart, is looking forward to the challenges of his new position. Most of those challenges are connected to the center's new 7-story, 250 private bed facility. The new center is expected to be opened in about 2 years. Now, Stewart says he's looking forward to working with smaller hospitals in the region to provide services for their patients close to home.
Well, we want to work closely with all the hospitals outside of Poplar Bluff and around our region wherever possible. Most importantly, we want to provide those services that the patients in the smaller area hospitals are not able to provide, and then quickly focus on getting those patients to our hospital for the needed services and then back to their communities as quickly as possible.
Stewart says it's estimated that the new facility will add about 250 jobs to the local economy over a 5-year period. Poplar Bluff Regional Medical Center currently employs 1,260 people. St. Francis County Relay for Life will hold its first official team captain and committee meetings tomorrow. Chairperson Tara Gann says they're hoping to have more teams this year than last year.
Our goal is 36. We've had 35 last year. We've had more than that in the past, but our actual goal is 36 this year, and I think we're going to do it.
Gann adds the Relay for Life has other goals as well.
Well, our survivor goal is 110. And our monetary goal is $150,000.
The St. Francis County Relay for Life Team Captains meeting gets underway tomorrow evening at 6 at Mineral Area College. A Poplar Bluff man is appealing his 22-year prison sentence on meth charges. 57-year-old Michael Joe Wells was sentenced to a little over 22 years on one felony count of conspiracy to make 50 grams or more of meth and 20 years on 7 counts of possession with pseudoephedrine with intent to make methamphetamines. The sentences are to run concurrently. Prosecutors said Wells and others made more than 100 purchases of pseudoephedrine from area pharmacies for more than 1 year until Wells was arrested in August of 2009. Wells suffered minor burns on the day of his arrest when a meth lab exploded as he tried to wash it down a kitchen sink while officers talked to his wife in their backyard. Now, Wells had a prior federal conviction from 2001 for trying to make methamphetamine, for which he served 4 years in prison. Still to come in 18 Eyewitness News this evening, a promising step in the battle against muscular dystrophy. Don Arnold tells us that mixing common medicines are achieving remarkable results. That's next in today's Your Health segment. But now let's take a sneak peek over in the Storm Tracker Center. Dustin Kopp is making a last-minute check to see how our weather is going to hold up for the weekend. It's coming up next on 18 Eyewitness News.
And welcome back as we headed through your Wednesday evening. Showers and thunderstorms are going to continue. However, tomorrow is going to be a mostly cloudy day, and then Friday is going to be a return of some sunshine. Temperatures are going to continue to be on the mild side. Here in southeast Missouri, temperatures are in the 40s, some 50s out there in Marble Hill and Cape Girardeau, 47 right now in Fredericktown, 48 in Piedmont, 49 in Poplar Bluff. Some of the cooler spots is St. Louis and Rolla coming in right now at 44. Factor in the wind, we do have a little bit of a wind chill, 38 in St. Louis, 39 in Rolla, 45 right now in Ironton, 44 in Piedmont, and 42 right now in Fredericktown. Here at the station, we have a temperature of 45 degrees under a cloudy sky with some showers and thunderstorms. Dew point right now at 41. Current humidity at 84% with a southeast wind 9 miles per hour. As we head through your day on Thursday, showers and thunderstorms are going to continue to move off to your east, impacting the eastern coast. We're going to be under a mostly cloudy sky, clearing out by tomorrow evening. So your forecast lows this evening, we'll see temperatures in the 40s, 41 in St. Louis, 42 in Ironton, 41 in Piedmont and Fredericktown, Marble Hill, overnight low of 44 degrees. Forecast tonight, we'll see a low around 40 degrees with a cloudy sky, some occasional showers, possibly even a thunderstorm, south wind 10 to 15. Tomorrow we'll see a mostly cloudy sky with a temperature around 49 for your overall high, northwest wind 10 to 15. As we head through your week, for the next several days. High of 51 on Friday. It's going to be a nice day with mostly sunny skies. Partly sunny on Saturday with a high of 47, 46 on Sunday with a mostly sunny sky. Monday, partly sunny with a high of 51, and then some showers moving in the area on Tuesday with a high of 50. Showers continue on Wednesday with a high of 49. That is a check of your Storm Tracker weather forecast. Fred, back.
Thanks a lot, Dustin. And now Don Arnold is here with tonight's Your Health segment.
A new study into the treatment of muscular dystrophy may give patients new hope for this debilitating disease. Researchers from Ohio State University Medical Center are combining two drugs that have been on the market for decades, and by using them in a new way, are slowing the progression of the disease. With details, here's Clark Powell.
The drugs used in the study have not only been around for decades, they are very familiar to those with muscular dystrophy. A diuretic developed in the 1950s and a heart pill from the 90s are often used in patients, but only after noticeable scarring in the heart.
We asked the question, is there something we can do to pick it up in its earliest stages and then treat it to hopefully prevent complications.
So Dr. Subaraman and her team at Ohio State University Medical Center took a new approach using the drugs lisinopril and spironolactone. In lab tests, they gave the drugs to mice much earlier in treatment, long before severe scarring in the heart. And the results in the journal Circulation are turning heads.
Compared to mice without muscular dystrophy, these mice preserved 80% of normal function.
But what about the impact on people? Even though human tests have yet to get underway, Ryan Ballou has been taking the drugs for 5 years, and repeated scans of his heart show the same success.
There was scarring to begin with when I first went, but since I've been taking the medicine, there's been no more scarring.
Ryan and his family believe so much in the approach, they are funding Dr. Raman's research. Ty Ballou began raising money 5 years ago by competing in triathlons. Through their website, their message has grown, and so has their fundraising team.
The triathlon team grew to 2 people to 3. There's 13 members right now, from California to a bunch of people right here in Western Pennsylvania.
Using public grants, this study might have taken up to 5 years, but with fundraising by the Ballous, it was done in less than 12 months, proving what just a few people can do with a purpose and a passion. At Ohio State University Medical Center, this is Clark Powell reporting.
Doctors say not only did the combination of drugs help control scarring in heart tissue in mice, but it also reduced scarring in other muscles as well. Scientists say that this could make a potential breakthrough for muscular dystrophy patients. Testing in humans could get underway in the next year.
Coming up in today's Your Life segment on 18 Eyewitness News, how long is too long when it comes to being engaged? Answers in today's Focus on the Family with Dr. Bill Meyer.
And coming up in sports, the Blues tried everything to score last night but fell short against Columbus. The Cardinals complete their spring training roster, and Mizzou looks to avenge one of their losses tonight in Columbia. These stories coming up in sports on 18 Eyewitness News.
This is 18 Eyewitness News Sports.
In high school basketball scores from last night in girls action, Farmington fell to Meadow Heights 61-52. St. Vincent downed Hillsborough 61-43. DeSoto survived Fredericktown 49-45, and Central defeated Arcadia Valley 65-30. In boys scores, Cape Notre Dame hung on over Farmington 55-53. It was Festus 85, North County 75. Fredericktown downed West County 76-50. Arcadia Valley fell to Central 68-51. Poplar Bluff big over Dexter 52-28. And Kennett upsets state-ranked Doniphan 70-67. With time running out and his team down by a goal, St. Louis Blues' David Perron was frantically trying everything he could to get the tying score. A video review determined he went too far. The NHL said Perron gloved the puck into the net with 1.8 seconds left, disallowing the goal and giving the Columbus Blue Jackets a 2-1 victory on Tuesday night. Perron later conceded that he used his hand to push the puck. The Blues are back on home ice tomorrow night when the New York Islanders invade Scott Trade Center. The Cardinals have put the finishing touch on their 40-man spring training roster by signing veteran reliever Scott Linebrink to a minor league contract. The 35-year-old Linebrink had a 3.64 ERA and 64 appearances with the Atlanta Braves last season. Linebrink, a righty, is several years removed from his role as a late-inning shutdown reliever for the San Diego Padres. Redbird pitchers and catchers report this coming Sunday, February 19th. Mizzou will look to avenge their 79-72 loss at Oklahoma State on January 25th when the teams meet on the hardwood tonight in Columbia. Then ranked second in the nation, Mizzou buckled in Stillwater after leading Oklahoma State 60-53 with just over 6 minutes left. The Cowboys outscored Mizzou 26-12 down the stretch. Of course, that was one of Mizzou's worst shooting nights of the season. And not only is Jeff Fisher back in the coaching business with the Rams, he's also back on the NFL's influential competition committee. The league announced Tuesday that Fisher had been added to the group. As head coach of the Tennessee Titans, Fisher was a member of the committee from 2000 through 2010, including status as the committee's co-chair since 2001. The competition committee studies all aspects of the game, particularly in the area of rules and player safety, and makes recommendations each year to be voted upon by all 32 teams. And that's a look at sports. We'll be back with tonight's Your Life segment right after this on 18 Eyewitness News.
I'm Stacey Johnson. Wouldn't it be great to be able to refinance that underwater mortgage to a lower rate? Well, if that's you, HARP might help. Music to your ears coming up on Money Talks News.
Being engaged is an exciting time of life, but how long should that time go on? Is there such a thing as too long of an engagement or too short? Dr. Bill Meyer brings us some answers in today's Focus on the Family.
Say you're going to marry me. Say yes. Say yes.
Yes. After you've popped the question, the engagement comes next. So how long should that be? Well, the answer is, it depends.
We're both a little older. We've both done life separate from our parents for several years. Other couples have more issues to deal with, more life to experience. This worked for us.
Brenna and Darren will have been engaged about 7 months when they walk down the aisle. They've made it a point to get to know each other in a variety of different settings.
Part of it is just doing life together. I mean, making dinner together and reading together and shopping together, just learning what makes the other person tick.
And we just want to continually work on that and try to communicate effectively with each other. And
many marriage experts recommend 1 full year for the engagement in order to observe your fiancé in a variety of situations. Couples who date or are engaged for a much shorter period of time run the risk of not really knowing the person they're marrying, while overly long engagements can bring up other issues.
Many people use the engagement as a prolonging. In other words, they're dreading making that commitment. Often that can be a red flag to the other partner that it's not just I want to get to know you better, but I really don't want to make the commitment.
What's most important is to use the time wisely. Get to know each other's friends and family members, focus on communication, and most importantly, sign up for a premarital counseling program that includes personality testing. A professional can help you identify potential areas of conflict before you say, I do.
Premarital counseling was very essential. We discussed so much stuff that I was amazed just how comfortable it was.
For Focus on the Family, I'm Dr. Bill Meyer.
For more valuable information on life's issues, relationships, and family, please visit FocusOnTheFamilyTV.com. Millions of Americans are underwater on their mortgage, and they're looking for a way out. Money reporter Stacey Johnson introduces us to a program that just might help. It's called HARP, and it could be music to your ears.
If you're a homeowner, the lower your monthly mortgage payments are, the better you like them. But refinancing a mortgage isn't easy if that mortgage is more than the home is worth. If that's you, you need to be thinking about HARP. It's been on the news lately, the newest version of the Home Affordable Refinance Program, also known as HARP 2. And maybe you wondered what it's about and whether it can help you. Well, let's find out. HARP's all about helping some of our nation's 10 million underwater borrowers, those who owe more on their home than it's currently worth. It helps them refinance their mortgage to a lower rate. Using HARP could be instrumental in refinancing to a lower rate mortgage with lower monthly payments. But as with any HARP, there are strings attached. First, your mortgage has to be insured by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. How do you find out? You can check on the agency's websites or ask a mortgage company to help you. Check the Fannie Mae website first since they're bigger, then Freddie Mac if you need to. Next, you have to be current on your mortgage. That means no more than one missed payment in the last year and none in the last 6 months. Of course, everybody's going to hit a sour note every now and then. But that's okay. Just wait till you haven't missed a payment, then apply for HARP. Problem credit? No problem. This program is focused on helping borrowers who are timely on their payments. There's no minimum credit score, appraisal, or qualifying income needed. Bottom line, if you're current on your mortgage, you're underwater, and that mortgage is insured by Fannie or Freddie, you really want to consider a HARP. Because after all, aren't lower monthly payments music to anyone's ears? Links and information right here at moneytalksnews.com. I'm Stacy Johnson.
Stacy says he's got lots of information for you at his website. To get there, just go to moneytalksnews.com. Dustin, I'm mighty interested in finding out what the weather's going to be this weekend. Our snow's gone, thank goodness, and looks like we're going to have a fairly decent weekend. Is that what's on tap?
It looks like we're going to have a decent weekend. Nothing too major to complain about. Temperatures are going to be near the 50-degree mark. We're going to see plenty of sunshine. I think it's going to be a nice weekend.
All right, can't hardly wait for that. We need it. And here again, springtime is only about 4 weeks away.
It's coming soon.
Can't wait. That does it for our newscast. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow with more here on 18 Eyewitness News. Until then, have a blessed evening. God bless you and your family, and good night.
Good night, everybody. Newswatch is next.